All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Victoria 3. And we have a fun run for tonight. We're starting a brand new run, as you can see from the title. So, as always, let me give myself a little hello. Let me give myself hello, me. A little hello. Hello, me. All right, there we go. Hello back at you, buddy. Okay. Let's make sure everything is in order. Everything is in order. So we are starting a new run called Girls Just Wanna Have Lanfang. And we, as it sounds, are going to be taking the country of Lanfang. And so we're hunting for a specific achievement listed under medium, though not so medium. The minors, not minors achievement. So starting as Lanfang, incorporate all states in Borneo and have the compulsory primary school law. So let's dive into it. Always exciting. This one's going to be a little tricky. I think we can handle it. So let's go over here and click on the smallest one on this island, Lanfang. So, the Republic of Lanfang was created by a democratic syndicate of Chinese miners hoping to exploit the gold reserves of Borneo. Can Lanfang resist the advances of the Dutch and achieve the prosperity it seeks? You know, it's an interesting country here, because in preparation for this run, I've watched a little bit of like videos about the history of Lanfang and this whole like situation on the island and everything. It's really interesting. And so let's see, we're starting out 226 in the world. You know, this is, I'm pretty sure this is the first run we're doing where we are starting as a subject of another country. So we are starting as a subject of Great Qing. Population of 73,000, so that's going to be an issue. We start off with literacy of 21%, so that's good, obviously, but we're not going to be able to hunt for the reading campaign achievement in this one, although it still eludes us to this day. So let's get started. All right. We might leave the music up for a little bit. I'm going to test out having the music up. I never leave it on, but let's give it a try. Okay. So, where do we get started? So basically what we got to do is we got to take over all the land on this island, incorporate all the states. There actually, I believe, are only like 3 or maybe 4 states, because a lot of it is split. And then we got to pass the compulsory primary school law. Now, in terms of laws, we actually start off with some pretty good ones. Presidential republic, census suffrage, cultural exclusion. Although, this is going to be one of those runs where we need multiculturalism, and we'll get to that in a moment. Hereditary bureaucrats, peasant levies. We're going to have to change that. Part of the reasoning is because of the citizenship stuff. So we don't have that. Now, we do start with traditionalism and serfdom, so we got to tackle that. None of this stuff, but right of assembly and slavery banned. So, not bad, not bad. Now, one of the big problems of this run kind of goes into the history of this a little bit. If we look at our society, our primary culture is Hakka, which is a Chinese culture. But it is not the most predominant one. So this is going to be kind of like the Transvaal run with the Boers and, you know, being such a small population in the country. So the vast majority of our country are Bornean, which are Southeast Asian heritage and Malay culture, whereas we are Han Chinese and East Asian heritage. And then we have Dayak, which are exactly the same as this. So we are going to have some acceptance issues in... What was that? Okay. Cords falling underneath my desk here. We're going to have some acceptance issues in this. Now, let's see. Bornean, the vast majority are Sunni. But we have total separation. Now, our state religion is Confucian. So it's a good thing we have total separation, because we have 3 different religions. So we have Sunni Muslim, Confucian, Eastern, and animist. So actually it's a very good thing we have total separation here. And then the regular classes. Now, because we're going to have to do a lot of military stuff, and the majority of our people are not the primary culture, we're going to have to get off peasant levies first thing and get on professional army, because otherwise we're going to have some staffing problems in the barracks. So we're going to have to get on that. So let's take a look at our leader. So Taiju Liu, I believe he's the only historical character we got. So he gets meticulous, which is nice as a commander, but I don't believe we can make him one. So we get extra bureaucracy, so that's good. And institution size change speed, fine. Petite bourgeoisie, but yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't do it. So he can't be a general anyway. So the petite bourgeoisie. So unlike a lot of the other runs we've had, the petite bourgeoisie hold a strong hold in this country. So at least at the beginning here, we're not really fighting the landowners, and we're starting off with political parties. Now we need the armed forces and government. Because we want professional army. Do any of these other guys want it? Not them. Do you? Nope. Nope. So we'll start off by putting the Patriotic Party in government. So the rural folk are actually marginalized, which is interesting, because we do want to get off serfdom. Okay. And so first thing is we're going to try to pass professional army. The numbers look pretty good on this one, so we'll do that. All right. Let's look at tech. It's a pretty basic starting spot here. We're going to have to start with military research. We don't have urban planning. We might actually get that at the beginning with a tech spread. So I'm not too worried about that. We don't have stock exchange, but we're only a single state right now. So we are going to start off... We need to get to line infantry. But after that... After we get to line infantry, I kind of want to get to the Atmo pump. No, we really do need to go military first and get to general staff. After we get to general staff, then we'll go atmospheric engine pump. If we don't have it already, then urban planning. Now, one thing I will say at the very beginning of this run, the very first place we need to go for is Brunei. We have to get Brunei. If there's a couple things we need to do before we actually take on Brunei. So, If the Dutch East Indies make their first play for Brunei, like, we are going to restart. Because that's just something that has to happen right off the bat. I'm not going to pretend to save scum it or anything. That's just not going to work. The Dutch East Indies are going to make a play for somebody early on. And, you know, they're going to make a play for anybody. It just can't be Brunei. We're gonna improve relations with Great Qing, because they're gonna protect us throughout this. We're gonna improve relations with the Philippines, because they have a little bit of an army. And then we want to do one more great power. So I don't know if we want Spain. And I don't know if we want Great Britain, because the Great Qing is about to be rivals with them. I mean, is this another one where we're just going to be... where we're just going to be, like, trying to get in good with France? I don't know. So maybe... Well, let's see what everybody's attitude with us are. Disinterested, cautious, cautious. Yeah, most people don't really care about us. Yeah, they don't have an interest here. So, maybe we'll get good with Spain, because we're getting good with the Philippines. Alright. So we've got that. In terms of decrees, the typical road maintenance, social mobility, we won't do one of these three yet. Now, we got to hire a general, so let's see what we get. A defensive strategist, this is good. Petite bourgeoisie, a jingoist. Okay. So this will be our defensive general. We will do this. Supply consumption. There's not going to be much of a supply. We don't have complicated military yet. So is there anybody who's going to give us offense? Kill rate. Anybody with an ideology we like? Okay. Not really. I mean, I'm going to save these mountain combat experts. Well, I do like the kill rate. So we will take this one. So Fang Ni will be our offensive. What was this guy's name? Liu Yongfu. And then we're going to add some cavalry. So let's add 2. Oh yeah, what do we get here? So yeah, so state construction efficiency and infrastructure hits because of the Borneo rainforest. But we do get some hardwood output. And it's the output, not throughput. So that's kind of good. And then we do get some infrastructure off of that. So infrastructure-wise, we're pretty good. But we start off with... Oops. We start off with no buildings, other than a port and some barracks. So, we do want to get... the construction queue going. Now we are in the Great Qing market. And so what is beneficial here is fabric is good. So let's just start off with wood, tools, wood, tools, give ourselves a rice farm so that we can get our own source of food, and tobacco. because we can use that for mobilization options. And then we will build a construction sector, and we'll see how our economy handles it. And that's all we'll do for now. Because by this point, we'll wait to see what our private queue wants to build up. Now, unfortunately, we can't do any conscripts because we have no workers, really. So, we want to wait for the organization to go up before we make a move. And we also want to finish... honestly... I want to finish these three. Because Brunei starts off with 3, so we'll give ourselves a little bit of an edge over them. And I think we're good to go. I think we're ready for the first unpause. Oh wait, might as well do all this. All right, are we ready to go? I think we are, and we're off. The first unpause. Here we go. Girls just want to have Lanfang. Take it away. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this, said Cow. Okay. Ooh, actually, there's one maintenance thing I think I need to do real quick. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to actually... this will literally be like 30 seconds. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. See, like I said, 30 seconds. Okay. And we're off. So we're going to go after Brunei first. Sintang, we also will go after. This will be incorporated into our state, because this is these two are the complete... Oh, and that are West Borneo. The idea is... we don't want to go after the Dutch East Indies until we absolutely have to, because that's what they are. So, yeah, every run with a small nation has somebody who's the big bad. The big bad in our run is going to be the Dutch East Indies. So, there is that. Let's see what we're getting on tech spread now that I saw that stuff pop up. Cotton gin, excellent. Mandatory service, good. And colonization. So mandatory service we'll do alongside the tech spread just because we got to do that. It would be kind of nice if after mandatory service they do paddle steamer next, and then we'll do line infantry. Although I guess doing it together is fine, you just complete it more, or complete it quicker, but whatever. Alright. Here we go. And we're off. Lot of 8 failed. Okay. So now we're waiting for June 6th. Our organization is up. Oh, and we got one of them. This is good. We are now going to be paying for wheat. Yeah, plus 17%. I mean, we are in the Qing market. I actually think we'll do this because we're going to be going to war fairly quick. So we'll do the rice and tobacco first. The idea with the tobacco is it'll be a cheap mobilization option for us because it'll be local. Plus, yeah, the Qing market, I mean, it's plus 15, but we are, you know, it isn't local prices. All right. So construction at the beginning here is going to be kind of slow because, as you can see, we're going to just stick with the 10 construction points to get through this. Because, you know, we don't start with a lot of workers. Yeah, we only have 8,000 peasants, or almost 9,000, but it's not great. And we also don't have access, you'll notice, we don't have access to iron, which is why we absolutely need to take Brunei first, because we'll get access to iron along with many more people. So we go for that, then we take the rest of our state here. So we'll inherit a couple buildings, which is nice. Oh, a couple buildings. We'll inherit a rice farm and some troops. All right, we're about to get to June 6th. Give us some good news. Good news, good news. All right, I got an advancement. We didn't get to study, but the success chance is a little higher. So now we wait for August 23rd. All right. We go. We might make our move after this barracks finishes. It would be nice to get the rice and tobacco before we go, but I want to go before the Dutch East Indies makes a move, because they're not going to sit idle for long. So let's finish this barracks. And, you know, look at this. We're starting off with money. Now, we could do this first war without professional army. See, the problem is, after we suffer casualties in this war, it's going to be tough to rehire unless we have professional army. And one nice thing about doing this first war with peasant levies is we get the negative 10% military goods cost. So it'll be a little cheaper for us. So, alright, so the barracks is done. Let's get it hired. Yeah, see? Yeah, so this is the point. So let's slow down here, because we're about to make a move. We haven't saved the run yet, so let's save it. So if we went after this, doesn't look like anybody's joining in, even the Dutch East Indies. Okay. So let's do it. Alright, let's pause. Let's set up our mobilization options, because we didn't do that yet. Now the thing is, most of this stuff we have access to in the Qing market. It's just going to be expensive. So sugar, liquor, tobacco. Okay, so tobacco we don't actually. Interestingly enough, we have very expensive opium in the Qing market here. So we will do sugar and liquor. Now, do we want to take this? We don't really need speed in this because there's not going to be new fronts. I don't think we're not going to take forced march. We'll keep the morale gain recovery that we'll get from this. And we still don't have any conscripts to add, so we don't even have to wait for that. Okay. So let's mobilize. Let's go to the front. So we have 4.3 thousand troops, 13, 13.8 and 12. They have 3,000. Okay. Oh, 10 and 10. So we should be able to take this. Should being the operative word here. Law advancement. Okay, so that goes up. So now we wait for November 9th. Something we don't look out for enough. The new trade ships. You know what's interesting is we're probably going to still be in this run when the new update and DLC comes out, Charters of Commerce, which will be I think, a great addition to what we're doing here in Borneo. The new trade rework. So we will see. An interesting thing I'm actually not sure about if we're going to be doing in this run is if we're going to be looking for independence from Great Qing. We're definitely not doing it until we take this whole island, because eventually, especially when the Dutch East Indies takes us, or not takes us, but when we have to fight them, we're going to be able to get Great Qing on our side. Although they're not right now, but we're working on relations. Here's the move they're making. So they're taking on Balangan. So I don't even know. Oh, so this place. Okay, so they're gonna go for that place. Honestly, that's fine because it's not Brunei. So let us take Brunei. Now, unfortunately, this is the Dutch East Indies. And this is the Dutch East Indies. So everybody around us. This is straight up the Dutch East Indies. Yeah. So they've got so much of the island right now. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. So the idea is going to be, we're going to take who we can. That's not the Dutch East Indies. After we take Brunei, after we take Sintang, the next will be the Sulu North Borneo, and then if they're not already taken, Kutai. Then we kind of wait and build ourselves up until we can get an army that can rival the the DEI, Dutch East Indies. Ah, yes, we got an advancement. Nice. And then we try to take them. Ah, good. All right, so we're going to war, but we got this, which is good because our barracks now needs 5 of that. Yeah, look at that. The liquor is expensive. All right, so hopefully December 15th you actually start going for that. All right, first battle going okay. Oh, going okay, going well. So that's good. Good. Got a victory on that. We don't want to mess around with that. Here we go. Okay. So I think we're going to be okay. So it's a good start to the run. We got the victory. 51%. Actually, what'll be interesting now, though, is we're going to have 2 states. So we are going to need stock exchange. So maybe we do that before these. Then we add these guys in. I have a feeling, though, we're going to get a tech spread on urban planning after colonization. Oh, actually, no. The first thing we want, I forgot, is intensive agriculture. We don't have cotton plantations, so we're going to need to get our own local source of cotton to keep construction goods cheap. Oh, let's slow it down. We won. All right, good. So look at that. All right, let's just start incorporating it now because yeah, it's going to take 21 years. So what do we inherit? We've got a fishing wharf. That's good. I mean, it's fine. We've got a port. Only 1 barrack. We've got a lot of population. So actually, maybe instead of doing the construction there, we do the same thing here. We get 1 of those, and then 2 construction, and then 2 iron. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try. All right, let's get a consumption tax in there. Maybe not. Well, yeah, it's not worth it for all that stuff. I'd rather take the minus 23% enactment time. So we can lower these. Yeah, maybe we will. Okay, so we owe Great Qing money. Military wages. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Let's just disband this. Alright, so this is a little more manageable. Okay, so what do we have 3.3 thousand manpower. Can we go and take these guys? We kind of can, actually. So let's take a save. Because these, if we can get these two military actions done quickly, we can focus now on just building up our country. And actually, we'll add in now tobacco, because we'll have a tobacco plantation. So, if we go after these guys... Hey, nobody... It seems like nobody's going to join in on this. Let's mobilize you guys. Let's go over there. Alright, what's our date here? April 27th. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad, not bad at all. Well, we don't really have any manufacturing yet. Now this is annoying. And, you know, we're not really going to be able to get the corn laws in this one. When is our next election? In about a little over a year. Oh, can we get any agitators? No. Yeah, that's right, because we have closed borders. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Okay. So I take it, yeah, they got this. What about these guys? Will we be able to take them on? So they have 4 battalions. Yeah, this is what we didn't want. But we can get Great Qing in here. Yeah, we'll owe them an obligation. Should we get feisty? I mean, it depends on how many soldiers Great Qing is gonna send into this. Oh, although now we can't add any war goals, because now it's really Great Qing. This might be a save scum if this goes the wrong way. I think a rule is save scums are allowed in the first episode. Let's see. Okay, look at this. See, this is the problem. You guys better be sending some damn armies. Oh. So they're sending 60. Oh, interesting. So they're gonna fight up there. But they'll send nothing here, and we'll get the war goal. That's good to know for next time. Before we bring Great Qing in, we should add other war goals. Yeah. Okay. I am a little nervous about this one, not gonna lie. Although we might get professional army before it's all said and done. Oh, well, they're sending some troops here. Seems like you should keep them up there, actually. Alright, we got the tobacco plantation. Oh boy. We're in debt. So, if we can get this war done quickly, we'll disband a little bit of the military. I wonder if we can take this quickly, if we can just disband our army and hope that Great Qing just does their thing. Yeah, why is their army so bad? Look at this. They sent just a bunch of irregular infantry to us. Alright, so now we hold it. Because we don't want to go into debt too much. Don't want to go much lower than that. Yi Zhang has challenged Yang Q. I gotta look up how to say that. To a duel to the death. So our moderate industrialist against our Confucian scholar traditionalist. Yeah, I don't want to piss off the landowners more. I want to get off of this, actually. Yeah, that's what we need. So, let's just stop it. A series of perceived poor decisions by the peasant movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. Is there something we could pass next that they'll like and we don't mind? I mean, that's a dumb question. They never like anything good. Ooh, I mean, there's censorship. But we need that tech spread. They like dedicated police. You know, we could go to that. And that'll make them happy and give us a little bit more taxes. So if we can get this passed next, then we'll look. Oops. Here we go. Alright, so hopefully this will go end quickly. The recently translated works of Tukur Amadou have become popular within the liberal movement. The relationship has developed to the point of Tukur Amadou openly endorsing the movement. Yeah, let's do it. So not going so well up there, but how much are they losing? Yeah, so it's going to go down by 13. So pretty good. Alright, this is good. So we get enlistment efforts. Well, we don't have an army raised right now, so we don't need it. Ah, God, if the diplomatic pact, if only we could lower the amount of money we pay them. See, after this tooling workshop, it would be nice to be able to sell it. Publicized accounts of discrimination against Confucian people in Banjar have led to the armed forces to begin lobbying for a hostile stance against Banjar. Yeah, we don't want more radicals, so sure. So, who is this country? Oh, these guys. Yeah, they're in the Dutch market as well, or they're a puppet. Creating a lot of problems here. I wonder if we can ask Ching to do anything for us. Not really, nope. Ooh, we need this to end. We could really use this to not be there. Well, we could throw the landowners into government. It will make this a little more difficult, though. %. Ooh. Well, I'm not so worried about this, because I think alright. Yeah, we can't mobilize them again. Alright, there we go. Excellent. Wait, though. Oh, but this war isn't done. So we got our war goal. Ah, boy. And they got no war goals. God, Qing, your army is useless. So we might go back. We might go back a little bit. We're not going to be able to... all right. Yeah, this war was not it's too early for a setback like this for them to take this, and we're just North Borneo. So we are gonna save scum it. You get one. You always get one. Alright. So we're gonna have to wait until the East Indies is involved in some type of war. Let's see. Yeah, we do need, though, we are losing quite a bit of money here. We're losing quite a bit of money. Maybe it would have been worth it, though, to go after this first. So it seems like it would be profitable. Well, let's see. Also, actually, yeah, iron is super expensive. I think maybe we do the iron mines first. We do one iron mine, then we do the logging and tooling, because we're going to need tools. Actually, we're going to need... Okay, so we're going to do the logging and tooling. Okay, hold on. Let's keep it all localized. So we do this all in North Borneo. Now, okay, I got everything all mixed up here. So we'll do logging and then tooling and iron, because this stuff will be profitable in the Qing market. We'll put this stuff that's in Lanfang down here, because we don't actually need this right now. And we're going to switch the road maintenance to North Borneo. And hopefully this stuff will start becoming profitable for us, because we need to get something going here. I don't know if I want to decrease the military just yet, but we might have to. Yeah, so that opened up some people to go there. Still no conscripts. We need this to go. We need this to finish already. August 2nd. Oh, the Qing Covenant. Well, good. This will help relations. It would be great if we could get knowledge sharing. Our liberty desire. What is our liberty desire? We should be careful about that, though. Yeah, right now the biggest thing is our market is very much dependent on them. So we're getting a lot of clothing and grain. All right. But we move forward. A new animist rights movement. Oh, and they're happy. Okay. The budget is concerning. So we could raise taxes here just for the time being until we get some of these buildings finished, because we don't want to keep it too high for too long. But we also don't want to be losing money for too long. Oh, look at that. How much are we getting off this? Wait, what? Oh, Qing. I was like, we're the #1 producer of liquor. Yeah, obviously. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out social mobility. We're going to stop taxing... Oh, good. Stop taxing liquor. And then we'll tax services. President Taiji Liu expects the same level of competence and meticulousness from his ministers as he applies to his own work. Now the president turns his attention to overseeing a particular cog in the machine of government. Ooh, decree costs. We can add more consumption tax. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, so we'll do that. It didn't give us enough to get a whole new tax. The recently translated works of Tukur Amadou have become popular with the liberal movement. Yeah, there's nothing. See, the problem too is, I don't know if we can't really take road maintenance off because of the minus 10% to state construction efficiency. So this at least will negate that. So we can do this to stay afloat for now. For now. What we really could use is to just get this through so that we can get to dedicated police force and make the landowners happy. That would be nice. Enthralled by the beautiful romanticist artwork produced by Dutch artists, The literati have begun lobbying in favor of closer ties with the Netherlands. Alright, I'll allow it. It might help us here. Alright, let's speed up. So we're getting like peanuts off of this stuff. Yeah, and that's not going to do anything for us. Yeah, luckily we have this gold field, which is the whole reason why Lanfang exists. Those gold fields, historically. Alright. Yeah, we need the port to stay connected to the Qing market. Yeah, fish. Not very good for us, but we inherited it, so oh well. Alright, so we're waiting for November 2nd. So they both declared each other a rival. Okay. Fine with me. Here we go. Almost there. Almost there. Just get the law passed. Ugh, okay. Well, we get a success. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I would like this to be over with. So, April 2nd. Alright. Alright, so we got the logging camp here. Is hardwood still expensive? So is it beneficial to do this? No, not yet. Ooh, the Liberal Party. Okay, let's see who split here. Okay, we didn't really get a split. We just got a integration here. It's interesting the petite bourgeoisie, who are in power here, haven't created their own party. Ugh, God. See, the problem is, too, if we throw these guys in power, it's really going to hurt our chances to get this. Yeah, that's not going to help anybody. Shen Yu Chang, leader of the literati, has been loudly accusing the Patriotic Party of misrule, given the country's low standard of living, claiming that only the Liberal Party has the willpower to set things right. I mean, I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't want that. Alright, so what's going on here? Hey, okay, the Liberal Party just moved up. At least the Conservative Party. Although we might, you know... It's possible we should have embraced the Liberal Party on this one. Yeah, look at this. 23% construction efficiency hit. Because of turmoil. If only we could do... Could we do violent suppression? Mortality will go up, but... So how much are we getting off of this? Yeah, like 70. I mean, we could still use it. Huh. So we could use, I mean, if we built a government admin in North Borneo, what to collect 16 pounds, it would cost us more to run the government admin there. Yeah, the wages would probably... not be worth it. Alright, so... Man, I want to take Syntag. Preference to support us. They wouldn't support us. Yeah, the Dutch East Indies are keeping an eye on us. So there's nobody that's rivaling them, which is interesting. Alright, so we're moving along. We're just moving along slowly. If we could add violent suppression, it would lower a little bit of this construction inefficiency. Because it's going to take us like a year, a little over a year, to build this tooling workshop. What about these guys? If we made a move for Sulu, North Borneo, yeah, the Dutch East Indies would get involved there. And here, ah, yes. Okay. So we've got professional army. So if we went for oh yeah, we can't do this because we don't have law enforcement. Okay. So this would help our taxation capacity. So we could do this. Maybe we just make the move for homesteading while they're not in power. Maybe we wait for the election. Yeah, because we'll get the literati into power. And then that will probably help us. We can just get to homesteading so that we can get off of traditionalism here. So that could be helpful. But we're on professional armies, so that's good. So that will help, yeah, see, with hiring. We're already hiring up. God, just to get a tooling workshop, that was taking us like a year. Yang Q of the Confucian Scholars has been seen preaching in favor of the Conservative Party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plans. Has it, though? Has it really, though? But God surely wants the Liberal Party to win. Yeah, look at that momentum, though. Look at that. Can we... Let's lower taxes a little bit. Because we are starting off with quite a few radicals. It is also partly because, though, we have recently conquered. But also, we're always going to kind of have this because of the acceptance here. So, like, let's look at the Bornean peasants. Yeah, they're on open prejudice. Now we could try to go for state atheism. Nobody likes it. Okay. But people want multiculturalism. Yeah, look at that, though. The peasant movement will help us with homesteading. We still can't get any agitators, though. Alright, well, we're at an hour and 20 minutes, so I think we're going to do a bathroom break now. So let's give it a pause. Be back in 60 seconds, quick bathroom break, and get another drink. Alright, so be back in 60 seconds. Be right back. Alright, and we're back. Let's do this. Alright. Alright. So, let's get this tooling workshop done. I knew it was going to be kind of a slow start to this run. Just because... Oh! Alright. Election is done. Alright, the Liberal Party is in. Interesting. Yeah, I'd rather... Oh, well... Wait, we already have Professional Army. But I don't want them in government. So, and I want to keep the military happy. Yeah, sorry guys, and you're out. Alright, so this is good. So at least, okay, we're not gaining radicals anymore. Here we go, yeah. So let's do homesteading. What is our voting laws again? Census suffrage. Yeah, that's why the intelligentsia are suddenly, or not suddenly, but are powerful. Because you get political strength from literate pops. Which is good. I mean, generally the literati / intelligentsia are pretty good. So who is our new president here? He's a grifter. God, 1% tax waste. We get more influence. But then we lose the influence. And not as much infamy generation. This guy sucks. We gotta get this guy out. But unfortunately we can't do any agitators. So we gotta try to get off of closed borders. Luckily, okay, so the industrialists like it. Yeah, if we could get no migration controls. So after representing his constituents in the industrialists, Yi Zhang has issued a formal petition to the Lanfang government to pass poor laws. No, I'd rather get the schools. Even private schools. Yeah, we'll do, give the literati political strength. Let's offer private schools. Oh, our one historical figure is gone. A series of perceived poor decisions by the Lanfang and supremacist movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. Yeah, ethno-nationalists. These guys we don't like. Yeah, let's lower your pop attraction. Alright, we can lower taxes again. So that's good. Someday we'll get some tooling workshops. So what's our first checkpoint here? September 26th. So now... yeah, they still have a preference to support them. I suppose we could increase relations. Maybe that will help a little bit. What about here? If we went after... yeah, they would definitely be on their side. What about you, Qing? We haven't seen the Opium Wars pop up. Because they have a trade agreement with them. Interesting. I would love to get this knowledge sharing. But unfortunately, that is not in the cards here. And unfortunately, there's not much we can do to speed up these tooling workshops right now. The landowners refuse to give up their serfs without adequate compensation. Their significant political influence makes this a difficult demand to refuse. 15% bureaucracy. No, we don't want a lower standard of living, and we don't want to take a setback yet. I think we can afford this. Alright, so we wait for December 29th. This is going to be a tricky campaign. Tricky run. But not impossible. See, the thing is, the Dutch East Indies are not actually like that powerful, right? 24 battalions, 44 conscripts. I guess even the Netherlands, yeah, not that much. And we have Great Qing on our side. Problem is, yeah, it says they're the #1 most powerful military, but it's just that their battalions are just so weak. Like, let's look at Beijing for a moment. It's usually where you have your most powerful military. Yeah, it's all irregular infantry here. Man. Someday I will try out a Great Qing run. It just seems like such a headache managing all these states. But someday. But for right now, we got our 2. So how are we doing on line infantry here? Oh, nice. So military, we're doing paddle steamer. So we'll get that out of the way. Interesting, the Dutch East Indies haven't been making any other moves. Hey, the Lanfang supremacist movement is gone. We like that. Geez, xenophobia. Yeah, now they're really pissed. This one hurts. I don't like that. But we do have some migration attraction, though we have closed borders. Landowners in North Borneo have become notorious for brutalizing their serfs. Peasants complain of harsh punishments, impossible workloads, and even sometimes torture and murder. Yeah, look at that. Minus 20% interest group pop attraction. No, we will take this, though. Let's just get homesteading in there. Yeah, look at that. The stall went down to 17%. So now we wait for April 2nd. April 2nd. Alright, so 13 weeks on the tooling workshops. At least those are going to move. Those are moving along a little bit now. Because at least then we can finally get some traction here. So we'll get that. Then we can start getting these iron mines going. See, I wish the Dutch East Indies would get sidetracked by somebody else. Well, can we finally get... yeah, look at that. Well, but does that mean, though, we can finally get some... knowledge sharing? What am I doing? Where am I looking here? Yeah, here we go. No, that didn't do much for us here. Alright, so we need... what we need... Well, okay, so what we could do, let's request knowledge sharing. They're not going to accept it. There we go. It'll hurt relations a little bit. But we're still okay. 5 more weeks. Come on, come on. And homesteading. Go straight from serfdom to homesteading would be fantastic. And it seems possible here. Alright, let's just bump it up to 5 speed here. Oh. A court clash over homesteading erupts between a few families. The early bird homesteaders each claim the same land in North Borneo. The dispute has called the legislation into question. We don't like this one too much. Well, rural folk approval. They're marginalized at the moment, so that's not so bad. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, because also they're very happy right now anyway. But it doesn't do anything for us. Although this will probably put them on the board. Hey, we got it. Okay. Alright, so we have tools. Yeah, crazy expensive, but alright, and tools are still, yeah, they're very expensive in the market. Hire it up. Ah, yes. Okay, we got an advancement on homesteading. Ooh. Despite not enjoying full rights under Lanfang law, some wealthier Bornean people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. Well, the tea bourgeoisie are already unhappy with us, but more loyalists right now would be very beneficial. Yeah, and generally, let's lower their pop attraction. The rich and unstable... Hey, the rich... We're not unstable. The rich and unstable political environment in Lanfang has proven attractive to political exiles and stateless people who have begun to congregate in the coffee houses of Pontiac. Pontianic. So who's this? Somebody cool, I hope? A land reformer. Oh, well, they'll help us with homesteading. So, Kohen Ogata. Get a little bit of prestige. Yeah, let's take him. Our current guy is a moderate. Oh no, this guy's a moderate. Oh yeah, and we don't like his stuff. Oh, this was like a real. Oh hey, we got an actual person from history here. All right, let's see what this is. Increased sightings of Lanfang and Dutch fellowship members socializing with lawmakers at restaurants and entertainment establishments are raising concerns about lobbyist conduct. So who's in this again? Intelligentsia. Do we need more legitimacy? Yeah, actually, we could use a little bit more. So let's take this. It would be nice to get legitimate, get some loyalists. So let's take a look at this agitator we got. Who is this guy? Is it Kohen or Kohen? Ogata. Meticulous. Yeah, this guy would be better as the leader of the literati. Let's see, can we look this guy up? Does he have a Wikipedia? Yeah, here he is. He's a physician, a Japanese physician. Let's see. He was a Japanese physician and Rengaku scholar in late Edo period Japan, noted for establishing an academy which later developed into Osaka University. Hey, look at that. Many of his students subsequently played important roles in the Meiji Restoration. Hey, that's a journal entry in the game. And the westernization of Japan in the Meiji period. His true name was Ogata Koryaki, or Ogata Akira. The name of Koan was his courtesy name. Very cool. Okay. And so we got him here in Lanfang. Glad to have you, buddy. We're going to try to make you the leader of our country. That's what we're going to do. What would we get for him as a ruler? So more bureaucracy. Okay. So we need the peasant movement to support the literati. Wonder, there's no mechanic for this in the game, but I imagine having a Japanese president of our country would not sit well with our overlords, Great Qing. But, whatever. Representatives of the industrialists in the government have demanded several compromises in the enactment of homesteading. These measures have already been condemned by supporters of Koan Ogata as corrosive to the reform as a whole. So we could raise his popularity. Peasant movement activism. Actually, if we raise their activism by 15%, well, they're already adding to the success chance. I don't really want to add. I don't want to take a setback and do that. Yeah. I don't want to take the setback. Yeah, too loud. We'll keep it at 20. Considering I always keep this music turned off. We're trying something new. We're trying something new. What is our other text spread? Oh yeah, so colonization, if we got that. Does somebody already have a claim on this? Oh, it's being colonized. So yeah. Colonization. Western New Guinea. Is that the same strategic region? Yeah. So if we pass colonization, could we actually... It doesn't seem like anybody has a claim here. Now, what would this give us? More access to iron and stuff like that. Ooh, and a lot of... that might be worth it. Okay. It might be time for the construction sector. Yeah. So we're going to build this one iron mine. And then we're going to add the 2 construction sectors. Let's do that. Okay. Awesome. Going from straight up serfdom to homesteading is excellent. All right, let's speed it up. Yes, line infantry. Now we need to start thinking about arms industries. Hey, Johnny, how are you? You know, I never know if it's Johnny or Yanni. Type out a 1 or 2. 1 if it's Johnny, and 2 if it's Yanni. I'm doing good. As you can see, we finally started the Lanfang run. We already did a save scum. Because we were testing something out, didn't quite work, but we're on track now. So we took North Borneo, as you can see. We're kind of stuck with Sintag, because we want to take them, but... Ladder one. Oh, Yanni. Okay, perfect. Good to know. It's good to see you. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here because they're going to join in on this, and it creates nothing but problems. So, but we got North Borneo, which is good. So we're kind of building ourselves up here. We just now got line infantry, which makes me feel like we might be able to start making some moves, because peasants, irregular infantry is killing me. So we're going to build an arms industry and then upgrade people. In fact, what we also will do is add one of these guys. And one of these guys. And we'll do that right after the arms industry. So we're taking it slow, basically. Slow and steady wins the race here. But we're about to finish some iron mines, add some construction sectors. So everything's looking up. I got the first own province area to the east from the start and use obligation to get Qing to beat North Borneo. Ah, yeah. Yeah, see, so the strategy I went with was very early on, take North Borneo first, because they have the iron. Was that the best strategy? I don't know. But I wanted to get them. And now, with Sintang, the problem is, so I went for them. The Dutch East Indies got involved. I got Great Qing involved, but of course Great Qing's army sucks, and they just got decimated by the Dutch East Indies. So we went back. We did a little save scum on it. So now I'm kind of waiting until my military can be a little bit stronger before we go after Sintang. And later expansions I used to join wars with the Netherlands puppet so they won't join against me. Ah, yeah. I've heard about that strategy. That's it's smart. So you join in with the Netherlands and then wait to create your Diplo plays so that they can't join in. Not a bad idea. I might employ that myself. I attacked at the first hour gameplay so they didn't attack me. Yeah, see, I'm wondering right now if my hesitancy to go after Sentang is kind of at a detriment here. And if I should just do it. I kind of want to get my military though on line infantry first. We're about to get homesteading, so that's good. Alright. I was actually just about to do a bathroom break right before you came in, though. So, if you can bear with me. Oh, and don't improve relations with the Brits. Don't. Yeah. I didn't do that because I remember you said that, actually, in one of the one of the previous streams I did. Because I had the option to, and I remember that in the back of my mind. I was like, let's not. We're improving with the Dutch East Indies right now, hoping that some better relations will make them leave us alone on this. And we're improving with the Philippines because I'm hoping at some point they actually have like a decent military. So in terms of somebody jumping in, although now that I think about it, yeah, they can't do their own. Must have. Yeah, this is kind of dumb. I don't think they would never be able to join in with us anyway. All right, so we're gonna get the bathroom break out of the way so that we can come back in and really go here. So, just a quick 30 seconds, and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Let's see, what did I miss? I managed to break the Netherlands, and the puppets joining the war on Netherlands' side, and they attacked the puppet of the puppet. So the overlord left them. Netherlands tends to be defending a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, that's a great point. That is true. In the general AI plays in Europe, yeah, they tend to be on the back end quite a bit. Something maybe we could use to our advantage. Alright. So we got colonization. That's fine. We might go for that, but not at the moment. But it is good that finally we'll get a text spread on something else. Currency standards. Remind me which one that is again. I wish it was urban planning. Yeah. Not the one I would have hoped for. But we're about to get cotton gin, so that's good. Wait, so right now, yeah, Army Reserves. We want to get to General Staff. We could really use a university, but we are not in a position for that right now. Homesteading. Hello. Alright, so we promised the industrialists private schools. I don't want to piss them off. And I actually wouldn't mind schooling, even though private schools kind of sucks, but I would have preferred public schools. But it will give the intelligent, or I keep calling it intelligentsia, the literati more power. So we'll do that. And then next we get off of traditionalism. Alright, so the current play here is, hey, we got cotton gin. We get these two construction sectors up and running. We get our arms industry, we get these two barracks, and then we look at expanding again. Alright, lathe is spreading, that's good. Alright, we've got a construction sector. Oh, of course, you gotta get those banana plantations built. Unbelievable. A mine in North Borneo has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across North Borneo and the nation. Hey, oh, we got the rural folk on the board now. So the rural folk and the industrialists are at pretty much maximum happiness. Giving the trade unions more happiness does nothing for us because they're marginalized, but the radicals that come from the upper strata, which are much less in population than the lower or middle. So we'll take that. Ah, no, we want you to stay. Although Koan Ogata is still fighting for his cause, no one is following him anymore. Despondent, Ogata has started publicly remarking that they may give up this activism altogether. No, stick around. Let's put the peasant movement up there and see what will happen with them. Oh, we can make him the leader of the intelligentsia now. Let's do that. What did we get? All worked up. Okay. Grant leadership, my friend. Ah, and forgot to say good luck for the run. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's the first time someone's wished me luck for the run. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. What? Well, so now that you have finished your Lanfang run and gotten the achievement, what are you thinking you are moving on to next? What's your next run? Publicize accounts of discrimination against Confucian people in Spain have led the Confucian scholars to begin lobbying for a hostile stance against Spain. Well, I don't want more radicals. Fine. We'll take the anti-Spain lobby. Alright, so can we... Oops. Can we sell this tooling workshop? Oh, hold the phone here. I forgot. They're gonna be unincorporated for a while. Okay, hold on though. So, yeah. So the negative 10% to manufacturing industries. We could counter that by encouraging manufacturing industries. But we don't have the authority. And we need to keep that. Well, I think that's just something we're going to have to deal with. They'll be incorporated eventually. Yeah, we definitely want that construction sector just because... Alright, good. So, fabric is staying cheap for us. Hacking my head with a not yet lost achievement. Well, let me read through this. Claiming that the enactment of private schools would affect the country's Bornean inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Bornean firebrands have riled their communities against the current law. I don't want to take radicals from it. Ooh, but I will use this to get more loyalists. Let me remind myself, which one is not yet lost? I know that one, but I can't think of which one it is. Not yet lost. Yeah, Krakow. Oh, yeah. I was like, that one sounds familiar. I've recently been playing around a little bit with Krakow just to get a feel for it. Ooh, that's a tough one. Taking on a massive achievement. Good luck with that one. I'm interested to hear how that one goes. I've always thought about doing a stream of that achievement as well, but I'll need to do a couple practice runs on that one first. See, a lot of the streams I do are countries I've played with in the past, but like a long time ago. So, like, I have some experience on them, but not in the current patch. That kind of thing. Like, Lanfang is one I did a long, long time ago. I think maybe 1. Maybe like 1.7. I did a few of these. So it's been a while. But Krakow, I have never really done a full Krakow run. So that one's tough. I would love to do a stream for stream with the Indian territory and try to hunt for that American territory achievement, but that is a tough achievement. And just in general, playing with the Indian territory is tough. Also, I worry that it wouldn't be a very entertaining stream to do, because the Indian territory, a lot of it is kind of waiting for things to happen. So I also worry that not only is it very tough, but it might not be very interesting to watch. Thank you. It's always nice to be between three great powers and none like you. Yeah, that's what's so tough. Prussia, Austria, and Russia. Good luck. But if you can do it, oh man, getting one of those very hard achievements, those are nice. Like, I feel like I have one. Do I have one? No, I don't have any. Yeah, just hard. I do feel like, though, where is it? Barbary's back. That one needs to be listed under hard. This was one. I'm pretty sure this was one of the achievements at launch, and it's listed under medium because it used to be so easy to get into a customs union, and so doing this was easy. I did this in after they got rid of customs unions, and so now when you try to do Barbary's back, it is a very difficult achievement. And I'm Algerian, so that was like one of the first things I wanted to do. And I had so many failed runs that by the time I was able to do it, customs unions had already been taken out of the game. Brain rot play Wallachia is normal morning play since no need to think, only bully the Ottomans. Yeah. I actually am planning to do a Wallachia stream. Hold on, let me read this. The role of discipline in the new private schools has raised by... Wait, the role of discipline in the new private schools has raised by the armed forces as an area of improvement in the plans for this new education system. Something weird with that wording. Alright, I want to keep this military research because we're currently researching military stuff, so this will help us keep it. And so, yeah, so I'm planning on a Wallachia one, but they're going to be releasing a DLC, like a flavor pack, later in the year that will affect that area. So I'm waiting for that to be released. An Empire Under the Pun is easy to get. Yeah, isn't that the one? I think I know what that one is. Which one is that? I know it's a Great Britain one, right? Wait, I thought that one was listed under easy. No. Which one? Is that the one that includes India? Where is it? Am I being dumb? Oh, here it is. Really? This one is easy? I haven't tried it. It just seemed really difficult. Starting as the Sikh Empire, subjugate Great Britain. Really? How did you manage this one in an easy way? I'm interested in that because I would love if there is an easy strategy for that one. I would jump on it because that it seems hard. I've never tried it. And I've never tried it because when I looked at it, I was like, subjugate Great Britain. Eventually. I ordered the early access. Oh, yeah. Oh. Interesting. Wait, was that one... Was that one of the achievements at launch? I thought that came with Pivot of Empire, but only because it's like dealing with Punjab. But maybe not. Oh, they expelled our diplomats. Yeah, I did not have the game at early access, but I had it right around the time of release. So I think I got this game when the first DLC came out. Let me look at when that came out. See, we're kind of waiting for the construction queue to... I'm kind of waiting for these arms industries to finish, so I got a moment here. Let me look it up here. I'm looking up on Steam.
We thought we knew the...
So when did... Let's see... who did we get here? A petite bourgeoisie land reformer. Kind of like having the Democrat. Though previously opposing the private schools laws, Shi Dakai has considered the industrialist political position and instead offers support. Oh, that's the new agitator. Yeah, let's take that. Yeah, because the first DLC... Yeah, that's what I thought was Voice of the People. So I got it, I think, right when Voice of the People came out. So, what was it? That was May 22nd, 2023. And the game released...
We thought we knew the world we were born into.
Oh my god, every time I go back to the Steam page, I start playing that thing. Yeah, so this came out October 2022, so probably about 6 months after release. Oh, safe from their naval invasions, that's true. Normal France and Russia will help you. Interesting. I might try that one then. Alright. I don't want to decrease. Yeah, support our regime. They're probably going to say no to this. Yeah. So that buys us some time. What industries should we build here to kind of lower this? Oh, so we're getting a lot of grain from them. We do furniture. Automate success, that's good. Let's get one of those. And then over here, let's build us. Where is it? Where is it? There's furniture. Okay. I meant I bought both expansions packs early. Yeah, when I bought the game, I bought it with the first expansion pass. Hey, Gamer DeVito laughing at the title. Thank you. Do you know I take a lot of care into creating the titles for the stream, so I appreciate you appreciating it. Because there's not a lot of puns. I found there's not a lot of puns you can make with Lanfang. So I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Oh Lord, YouTube deleted the typing before the safe from their naval invasions. It did. Let me go back up. Oh, yeah, it deleted it. I can't even see what it is. Let me go to my YouTube feed. Yeah, it doesn't even show me. Alright, let's see here. A mine in North Borneo has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across North Borneo and the nation. So I think we might do something similar, because we have the rural folk and the industrialists at max approval. And so getting trade unions approval doesn't really matter to us, but the upper strata have the least amount of people. So it'd be the least amount of radicals added. Yeah, so we're in the first episode of this run. We're still very early on. I think so what we're kind of waiting for right now, I want to finish this arms industry and then these 2 barracks so we can upgrade our military, and then go after Sintang. We won't really be able to go after Kotai until we get a navy, but if we went after this, yeah, they're still going to join in on that. Let's see if we've had any change to this. Yeah, not much of a change. Ideological differences in governments. What's their government? The landowners and the armed forces. Yeah, I don't really want to throw the landowners in there, though. Ooh, we are actually, though, hurting for some money here. How much are we getting off of this? Like 60. Alright. This might get us some more radicals, but we get liquor and opium and get more taxes. Problem is, we're gonna get much more radicals from that than we would services. And so really, how much are we really getting? 80. Yeah, I don't like that. I'd rather just tax the upper class thing. Gold depleted in West Borneo. Oh boy. Alright. I don't like the sound of any of this. This is not good. We really needed those gold fields. Pause for a second. The rich mineral deposits in Lanfang have been drained, mines are being shuttered, and all the prospectors who moved in are beginning to drift away in search of the next big strike. Well, we'll take the hit to migration traction because we have closed borders right now anyway, but we've got a problem here. Now, we could try to sell this building. Are they going to buy it? Yeah. Okay, so they're going to raise some money. Oh, what is it deleting? That's weird. So, and it must be YouTube censoring it and not my little Streamlabs bot, because the Streamlabs bot will show me what it is. Man, we're having some issues with private schools. If it times out, we're just going to cancel it. I'm surprised when YouTube itself censors something, it doesn't just show me what it was. The Agrarian Party. Yeah, I mean, we can all assume who that's going to be. Paddle steamer, okay. Supporters of the Conservative Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. Yeah, let's lower their momentum. That'd be great. What do we got on this? When Brits are balls deep in major war, naval invade them on backdoor. Oh, is that what it was censoring? Is it because of, like, something like saying balls deep? Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Try to get the Russia and France to help you and keep your coastal areas safe. Well, you got around YouTube. So much for their AI. I don't know what it is they were censoring, though. Kind of strange. Look at this. This law just keeps bouncing around. But I don't want to piss off the industrialists. Oh, my lordzos. Alright, let's bump the speed up to 11. I want to get this arms industry done. Great success. Just bounce around, bounce around. Gold discovered in nowhere. Gold discovered in nowhere near us. So why are you telling me? Parties, particularly the Conservative Party, are struggling to raise enough funds for all their campaigning needs this election. Oh. All right. So we got our historical Japanese character Koanogata as our new president. And look at that. Look at that. We got a righteous government. Righteous. Righteous. Oh, what? Oh, is that because we have them in there? Well, I'd rather keep the armed forces in there. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. Righteous government. Add me some loyalists. The whole make Britannia to vassal achievement. Yeah, I mean, vassalizing Great Britain, though, just in general, in any run, that would be something. When I played as Transvaal, I naval invaded the British mainland and felt like I had a major achievement just in doing that. So, subjugating Great Britain, that would be something. Look at this party. 25% clout, 1% clout. This is literally like a group project where the industrialists are just like, oh, can I put my name on it at the end? You guys do all the work, and like, I'll print the papers before class. That's what the Liberal Party in Lanfang is right now. All right. Well, we have no more stall chance. Maybe this will help us a little bit. Okay, here's also, now that we have the authority, oh, we can get an interest declared. Where do we want it? Well, okay, let's see. Do these guys have any rivals yet? No. Do the Netherlands, Spain, Brazil, and Belgium. Maybe I want to put an interest in Spain. I think I'll do that. And then they can help me with this. So let's put an interest in Iberia. Then we're going to now encourage the manufacturing industry. The reason for that is, yes, we now don't lose the throughput bonus. We gain a little bit of throughput bonus. I really need you guys to buy these tool workshops so that we don't go into too much debt. Yeah, we're already in 18k of debt. Actually, it's pretty good we're in debt right now, because they're going to spend 100, isn't it 150k? Buy my tooling workshop. Yeah. So we wouldn't really be able to hold all the money anyway. So let's go into debt so that we go through the debt and the reserves. Sorry that I typed so much. Now I just see how you beat the achievement. No. Hey, no, I love it. Type all you want. I love it when people chat along. It makes it fun. Chat whatever you want to chat. And if you don't feel like chatting too, that's cool as well. Because, you know, there are times when I'm watching a stream that I'm like, I just want to silently watch. But no need to say sorry about chatting. I love it. Okay, so now that we got an interest in Iberia, let's get good here. Eventually, I want an alliance with Spain. Oh god, these private schools. I hope this thing times out, because I'll only lose 10. I mean, I would like it if it passed, because, you know, we're gonna lose all that stuff, but at least it's not 20. Alright. So, 7 more weeks here. Oh, we're gonna have to switch these over. Legislative failures. It gives us the 1%. I mean, this is good anyway. I kind of don't necessarily want private schools. I'd rather have public schools if we're going to not waste bureaucracy. Use bureaucracy on it. Alright. Well, they're almost there. Yeah, look at that. We'll lose the $97 interest payment. Do we still have a ton of turmoil? Yeah. Against Siak. Okay, so they're going to be fighting over there. Not a major side, but is this the time for our move? I don't know. It seems like they really are not going to join in on this now. Who are these guys? Oh. Oh. We finally have this. So let's upgrade. And let's upgrade here. Let's save for a moment. I think now is the time to finally make that move. We'll see what happens. So mobilization options. So we can add in tobacco now. We still don't need to get forced march because we're not going to need to move anywhere. Yeah, but we don't have enough yet. Do you get any Korean immigration? No, not yet, because we got to get off of closed borders, which is actually something I want to get to. Well, I want to get off traditionalism, then get off closed borders. We had to do this private schools thing just because I don't want the industrialists pissed at me. But so once we get off traditionalism, then we can get off of closed borders, and then hopefully we'll start getting some migration. Oh, do we have conscripts yet? No. All right, let's see what happens on this. Let's hope the Dutch does not butt their heads in here. What? Why are you guys so pissed? What happened? I thought we were all friends here. Well, they're getting -2 for that. That'll at least get them off of that, but what happened? Oh, undisciplined children. I don't even remember what that one was. They're damaging relations, are they? If the Dutch East Indies gets involved in this, we might go back to the save point, because we're not really ready for even Great Qing is not. Yeah, okay, if anybody else gets involved in this, we're save scumming it because we can't handle it at the moment. I really need you guys to buy these tooling workshops. So let's get through this diplomatic play without any jerks joining in. By the way, do you keep good relations with Overlord and keep independence up? Yeah, I was doing relations with them. I think we're at the high one. Oh, well, we were doing it at one point. But yeah, I want to keep relations good with them because I want them to join wars with us. But yeah, I'm trying to stay away from having our autonomy decreased, because I don't want this diplomatic pack, the amount we have to pay them, to go up, because that can be very crippling. Now, the way that we can stop this is by being less economically dependent on them. And so, yeah, look at small arms. We should be able to get off of that. Grain, though, that's going to be tough. But we need to start building some of these things on our own to get our liberty desire up. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, if it fails. Alright, yeah. Oh! Look at this! Alright, nobody joined in. So we're good. And everybody is on line infantry. We actually have a decent small military here. Yeah, that was a pain to manage. Yeah, it really is. Trying to stay on top of it, especially since you're trying to be economically dependent while being part of such a large economy. I mean, the Chinese economy is just like, you know. And we don't have the workers to really stay on top of it. Oh, look at this. They bought... Alright, good. They bought our tooling workshop. So now... Excellent. Here we go. So I think we're going to be okay here. Oh, did we already take it? Oh, we took half of it, so... yeah, goods for buildings. Alright. Look at that. Look at Lanfang. Pretty big at the moment. I mean, compared to the rest of the island. Alright. So that incorporated into Lanfang. Although now we have some turmoil. Yeah. Okay. More tobacco plantations. Wonderful. You know, we might get rid of this, actually, because we can't really afford the wages. Although, what happens if we lower this? I had North Borneo in Resource Boost Edict. Okay. And capital on farms, since when AI builds something, it was farms on capital despite the gold mines. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, right now we have encouraged the manufacturing industry only because we're unincorporated, and so we have this negative 10%. Oh God, if only. We have this negative 10% manufacturing industry's throughput, and we're going to have that for another 14 years. So with this edict, at least it'll get rid of that, because otherwise, yeah, we have plus 10. Yeah, so the edict's giving us plus 20. So otherwise we'd have a negative 10% throughput on any urban buildings, which is not great. Let's cancel this. We'll stay at 5 for now, because we can't afford any more wages. Yeah, we still can't conscript anybody. Alright. So now... this is the next place we could take. But... yeah, look at that. They would stay out of it. It might be worth doing it now while we still can. Yeah, because they're in this war right now. Well, let's save. You know, just because it's always good to save. Okay. Now, what's their military like? It's like nothing. So these guys will join. These guys probably will. I thought these guys didn't join the other one. They might join here. But as long as the Dutch East Indies don't join. And you know... well, no. I was going to say we could go for war reps, but I'll never be able to get that because we don't have any ships. So we can't... oh, is Spain going to get... oh! They accepted our demands. We didn't even need to go to the war. But you're right. Spain will get involved, although we're cordial with them right now. And there's coal in West Borneo, if you didn't know. Yeah, I need to get to that coal because we need to get some labor-saving PMs at some point. Look at that, and they just join into West Borneo. Oh, I can't believe they just accepted it. That is awesome. So the last thing to take on the island that's not Dutch East Indies is Kotai. But in order to take them, we'll need to naval invade because we can't go this way. This is impassable. And we can't really afford a navy at the moment. Yeah, look at that. We'd have to take on the Dutch East Indies in order to get coal. Unless we could do Kotai. Yeah, I know, right? What? They just accepted it? In 7 runs, they always joined against me. Yeah, I mean, I've been working on relations with them since the very beginning. So I wonder if that is what helped. Man. I kind of want to take these guys. But I would need, like, a 5 flotilla navy. And we just can't afford that at the moment. But, you know, we're in a decent position. I mean, we're running a deficit, which, you know, isn't so bad. What are we getting on tech spread at the moment? Oh, we're getting Napoleonic warfare. That's good. Do we still have people here? We do. I might... what is the local price of iron here? It's good. So, what I might do... So let's get a furniture manufacturing, because we got to do that in order to keep our liberty desire down. Yeah. So when it goes down here, we'll request market control. They'll say no. Are we keeping relations high, though? Yeah. Okay. So the idea here I have for this run is we're starting a little slow, admittedly. But we're just slowly taking what we can without facing the Dutch East Indies. And then once we have what we can take, we slowly just start to build our economy up so that we can afford a larger military and navy and work our way up to being able to take on like a 34 stack military. We're gonna need some alliances and stuff. If we could get an alliance with Spain, because the good thing is, if we could get Spain on our side, when we go to war with the Dutch East Indies, we can offer Spain... there's probably war goals we can offer them that will keep them in the war. This run is too nice to look at. I need to go to work soon. Oh, no. Actually, well, I'm actually ending the stream in like a minute or so because I'm about to hit the 3-hour mark in my... It's actually like bedtime for me here. But thank you. Yeah, thank you. So I'm doing well, huh? Because you're the one who got the achievement. So you tell me. It looks like we're doing okay? Looks like we're good? Now, all this, too, is all well and nice, but we have acceptance problems. Oh. Who are the Yi? Where are they? We must have got them from one of these conquests. So we got some in North Borneo. Some here. So we got to open our borders so we can start getting migration to get more accepted people. Oh, did we stop enacting? Oh, Jesus, I didn't even realize it failed. All right. Wait, why can't we... We can't even get off of... So the industrialists have, like, no power, even though they're part of the ruling party. Wow, the petite bourgeoisie have fallen. Goodbye. Alright. Well, yeah, I think it is time. We had a good run tonight. All right. We had a really good start to the run, even though we had a big save scum at the beginning of it. But I had said at the beginning we might do that. But we're off to a good start. 1843, very early. And we're almost poised to start building ourselves up to take on the Dutch East Indies. So we're almost there. So that's going to be it for the run tonight. Let's see. So I will be on again with this run. Let's see. I'll be back on. Oh wait, I tried that multiculturalism whole run without getting it. The religion one was easy. Yeah. See, that's the problem with multiculturalism. That's what happened in the previous run with Afghanistan. It took me like the whole entire run to get it. So it's not something to really hang your hat on. So we're going to have to find ways around it, but I think migration might help us. So instead of getting everybody accepted, just get more people in who are already accepted. And I think we can do that. I think we can get pops from Korea and China. Yeah, so I'll be back on with this run on Monday. Monday we're doing 2 sessions with this, one in the for me, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, so the regular times. But the next time I'll be on is on Friday for some more Friday Night Frostpunk. Yeah. So other than that, Yanni, as always, thanks for joining in. Always nice to have you. Thanks for chatting. And everybody else who's watching, thank you very much. As always, consider giving me a follow or a subscribe on YouTube just so you get alerted to the next time I'm on. But other than that, have a good day at work, Yanni. And everybody else, have a good night. And as always, be awesome. And actually, if you're on Twitch, let's see, we're going to do a raid on my friend Swole Joel. So yeah. So if you're on YouTube, Yanni and everybody else on YouTube, you can have a good night. But everybody on Twitch, we're gonna do a raid, so you can stick around. So until next time, be awesome. Good night.